And the lane keep assist, let's see whether it holds. There you see, it brings us back into the lane. Oh my god, holding the gear up to 6000 rpm in the manual mode. This thing is insane. So this, my friend, is the key to the new Honda Amaze, the new model 2025. So we're going to drive it. I've already done detailed walk around review, so please do feel free to watch it. This is the interior. The steering reminds us of the Honda City to some extent, or the Elevate to some extent. I would have preferred slightly soft touch feel to this. 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system, wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, 7-inch speedo console. Again, climate control, wireless charging, one powertrain, 1.2 liter 4-cylinder naturally aspirated petrol that puts out the iVTEC that puts out 90 PS of max power and 110 Newton meters of max torque. 2 transmission options. This is the CVT automatic, and then you have a 5-speed manual. So let's actually put it into sport mode and let's get going. It's in manual mode. Let's see whether it holds the gear in manual mode. Now in 1. Oh my god, holding the gear up to 6000 rpm in the manual mode. This thing is insane. Woo-hoo-hoo. So we are in triple digit speeds in no time, but we're gonna take this corner. Amazing view. Very good seating posture, very large glass area giving you a very crystal clear view of what's ahead. Oh, there you have it. Rock solid stability, good steering heft, good steering feel. So the steering feel is nice and solid. Wow, the sound of the iVTEC rose like a sports car. Very good seating posture. There you go, we have a nice stretch ahead. Wow, incredibly awesome. Superb stability, great poise, superb chassis orientation. Suspension supports the chassis really well. Let's slow down here. We got a feel of what the manual gearbox is capable of. So let's actually put it into drive mode. This is the regular automatic variant, And in regular sports mode also, I think it's going to hold the gear. But overall, very satisfied. I really wish it had 16-inch wheels, because the powertrain is so well capable to push itself to its limits that it yearns for that extra bit of stability from the 16-inch wheels. They have given 185 section tires, but I really hope they had offered a 16-inch tires as well, 16-inch wheels as well, such that the chassis could get a little more support where it needs it. One of the finest roads in Goa. And the lane keep assist, let's see whether it holds. There you see, it brings us back into the lane. So that's the lane keep assist working really flawlessly. So that's really good. It alerts us as well as brings us back into lane. So that is something you need to watch out and understand. So far so good. The refinement is there. Give you an idea of how well built the car is. The chassis orientation is perfectly poised. The suspension, the damping settings are right on point. It glides over undulations effortlessly. At the same time, at triple-digit speeds, it lends the chassis the kind of stability it needs. And then, of course, the brakes. Yes, we have only disc brakes up front. We don't get all 4 disc brakes. Again, 16-inch wheels and all 4 disc brakes, I think, is what this engine demands. It's such a capable engine. It wants to push itself. It wants to rev higher. It wants to go further across the rev band. I mean, 6,000 RPM holding the gear. It's absolutely brilliant. It's a driver's delight. So it's one of the finest powertrains, tried and tested. The IV Tech that you can rely upon. It's durable. It comes with bulletproof reliability and durability as standard. So if only they could add a little bit of more equipment, like maybe a sport pack where you can choose 16-inch wheels, or make it yourself, some kind of a custom option where you add 4 disc brakes, or you have some kind of a Type R variant where you have all 4 disc brakes and you have a 16 inches and a slightly visually appealing sporty body kit with the spoiler and all. I think that would appeal to the enthusiasts of today's day and age. But as a family car, it is very quiet. The NVH levels are well sorted. You can see it's virtually completely quiet. Cabin, there's no outside noise filtering into the cabin. The steering feel, again, yes, for a subcompact sedan, I think this is what you expect. But going by what they have offered, camera based ADAS and everything, so you can see if I turn on this, you have the lane watch camera watching, making sure that no one overtakes you or catches you by surprise, like coming out straight out of a blind spot or something. It highlights the blind spot. That's a major safety feature to have on board. Apart from that, you also have the camera based ADAS features. As I told you, the lane watch assist or lane keep assist that prevents you from going from one lane to another, so it kind of brings you back into the lane. So that's another good safety feature to have on board. So all these add up to the value proposition. Slightly soft touch feel to the steering, better dash design. The air con vents are very flimsy. I think these vents could have done a better job with that. Also the pedals have very kind of not the upmarket feel that the rest of the car oozes. The pedals could have been laid out in a better way. Apart from that, you have wireless charging, you have all the bells and whistles, the LED lighting. The design looks good, especially the tail section makes you feel that you are in a higher segment car when compared to this subcompact sedan segment. So that is another getting more car for the amount you shell down. So that's another major plus. So that's pretty much it. This concludes my drive impression of the Amaze. This is the CVT model. As I told you, we can actually put in sport mode and floor the pedal. My God, even in this CVT automatic mode, in sport mode, when you're flooring the pedal, it understands you want to hold the gear for longer, so it holds it till 6000 RPM and then shifts up. So that's really good, and that's pretty much it. So overall, I feel this is a car that all Honda fanboys have been waiting for. I think a perfect sequel to the existing legacy of Amaze. 5.65 unit or 5.65 lakh units already sold since 2013. That's quite a legacy, and I think they've just gotten the formula bang on this time around. A few niggles here and there. I think the dash design could be slightly more premium. The steering layout could be slightly more premium. The pedals could be slightly better laid out. So apart from that, everything else seems to be bang on. For the pricing, 8 lakhs ex-showroom onwards, going up to 10.9 lakhs ex-showroom, I think it's pretty neat, and a good package, a force to reckon with in this segment. So what do you guys think? Feel free to test drive this and let me know as to what you feel, and what is your preferred car in this subcompact sedan segment currently available in our market. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, God bless, and drive safe.